think we should give every Australian biker one free Nevermind tour a year. Oh, maybe years, but every year, you know, a year.
All right, cool.
So here we are, Brunswick Heads with John Ruth and the lovely Marie, our new latest member of the Nevermind team. And we haven't done a podcast like this for quite some time. And I said, I'm going to be in Brunswick Heads. What are you up to Thursday afternoon? You said, I'll be there.
I'll come down for the ride, mate. I mean, any excuse, you know.
So what's been happening on your end, John?
Oh, mate, I'm a grandparent. Congratulate me.
Again?
No, first time.
No, that's right.
Well, if there's any others, I'm not sure about them. So, but this is the first one I know about.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Anyway,
Cut.
It doesn't matter.
That was a joke.
No, it's a joke. My daughter, you know, she's wonderful. She's 30, so she couldn't just have a baby.
Yeah.
You know, we had emergency operations out in the bush. We had specialists flying in. We had the baby born a few months premature, having to be airlifted in an air ambulance from up near Hervey Bay down to Brisbane to the Royal Women's Hospital. We had a couple of months in intensive care for both daughter and baby. And it's all good now. I'm very pleased to say it's all good now. Do you know what, mate? Honestly, look, I mean, I'm not telling you guys anything because most of you know this. Australia is the best country on earth, and it is definitely the best country to get crook in, you know? I mean, what's that? No, it is. I mean, honestly, look, air ambulances, doctors, we had the bloody works. And I know it's 40 odd years since I've been involved with an air ambulance.
Yeah.
And that was getting people, a couple of my Japanese terrorists out of the bush, you know?
Yeah.
In the old days. But yeah, man, makes you feel proud, it really does.
There's other countries have good facilities as well.
Oh, look, I know.
Someone I know recently was on a bender in Lithuania.
I wonder who that was.
And had a few too many vodkas with some ex-Soviet soldiers and decided to get on an electric scooter in the rain on the cobbled streets.
Yeah.
And he reckons he doesn't remember anything. He woke up in bed with a big lump on this side of his shoulder. Oh, I've got one there as well.
Oh, it's funny that.
And had to go to hospital in Vilnius. And first-class healthcare system. Take a number, 5 minutes in, need an X-ray room's next door. Yeah, bang. Had to pay for it.
Yeah.
It cost me $150. Put a sling on it and everything.
I broke an
arm. And he gave me a cash discount as well.
I broke an arm once in the States, and I didn't have the card that I should have had, the insurance card that I'd organised insurance. Well, the company I was working for had organised insurance, and I didn't have the right thing with me. Yeah. So I had to pay all the way through, and then the company reimbursed it later. But just going through the door of the hospital cost you money. X-rays, you had to pay. Do you want an X-ray? It's going to cost you this much. Yeah. The whole process. Do you want your arm set? No, just leave it in a plastic bag so I can walk out of here like this. You know?
Yeah.
And that's, I don't want to, do you want to talk about the United States?
I was just going to go into it because I was just there.
Yeah, I know.
First time in a long time. And
how'd you find it?
I loved the feeling? I really loved it. I want to go back and I want to do some
tours
Nevermind stuff there.
Yes.
Love to do some tours there. I'd love to get the Yanks coming with us. It's a very different environment, but I thought about exactly what you just said. Like, they don't have the safety net.
No.
You know, it's like far out. Like, if something happens to you there, you're on your own. You know, it's like I get why there's so many people are so driven and, you know, motivated and entrepreneurial and business and materialistic in a way, because if you're not and something goes wrong, you're screwed, aren't you? Like, it's...
Well, yeah, and you can be screwed if you are doing well.
Yeah.
That's the problem, you know? I mean, they sue each other at the drop of a hat.
But I've met people, you know, in their mid-20s, just on my recent trip in LA, that have got a $70,000, $80,000 medical debt because they had a bowel operation for something.
Saved their life.
Just happened to go wrong, you know, like it wasn't their fault, you know. It's like, far out, how do you how do you get it? How do you get over that? You know, like it's
Well, you don't
No.
sometimes. I mean, you hear about it all the time. People lose a job, so therefore they lose their health benefits.
Yep.
So therefore, suddenly they've lost their house because they had to pay for
Yeah.
sickness or something, and the next thing you know, they're living on the streets in a cardboard box. And they are not a generous people. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
You meet lovely people
Yep.
in the States,
Yep.
wonderful people. And Nevermind would be the way to do it, because we could do some back road touring over there.
Talk to Bill.
Oh,
He's in Arizona. He's already mapped out a few places.
has he?
The Savage, yeah.
Yeah, the Savage man. Well, I know I took my family over there because I've been going over for work on a pretty regular basis.
Yeah.
And I'd never taken them. So 2019, Trump's first term,
Yep.
we went over there in July. So we actually saw Trump give the July 4th speech in Washington
Wow.
at the Lincoln Memorial. When I say we actually saw it, we were standing outside the fence in the rain.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed in because we didn't have the right security
Yeah.
clearance. So we were outside with about 20,000 people who were going, you know, Trump's an idiot, basically. They were all protesting. They only let the people in that were...
Are they right or wrong? Don't want to get
I
political.
don't know.
Just throwing that chestnut out there.
Okay, all right. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the guy's a goose.
Yeah.
But do we need a goose at the moment to shake things up? I mean, you know.
I'm too scared to say anything.
Well, yeah, why are you scared, Matt? You're not scared of
might
anything,
upset
mate.
someone.
I've travelled with you. You're not scared of anything.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're worried.
Well, you know when I get awkward, I start talking about the Geelong Football Club. And the Cats are third on the ladder and they're having a great season. And it's not even halfway yet. So
Geelong.
go Cats.
I believe that's a football team, is it? Yeah.
See that subject change? So, I was in LA and I was thinking these thoughts, like, you know, what it'd be like to be an American. And it would motivate my ass to probably work even harder than I should do.
The thing is, okay, like you are a businessman. You have a business here in Australia, and basically, this is the way I think about it anyway, and I've seen enough in my work trips over there to see that what you're doing over here, you would be making 10 times the money over there to start with, 10 to 100 times.
Hear that, Marie?
And that's because you have this huge domestic market.
Yep.
You've got 350 odd million people.
Yeah.
So if I know my counterpart over there, he's a little bit older than me, and he was the four-wheel drive guru, you know.
What's his name?
I'm trying to think of his name
know
now.
him that
It
well,
was
do you?
Smith. Yeah.
Smith. That narrows it
Oh,
down.
that narrows it right down.
Smith.
I'm trying to remember if it's not Malcolm. He's the motorcyclist.
It's like Nat Neski in Poland.
Yeah.
There's so many of us.
Anyway, like he lives in Hollywood now. He's retired, but he's got a mansion and cars, and because if you do well over there, you do exponentially well compared to if you do well in Australia.
Yeah.
You know, and if you do badly, you do exponentially badly compared. Because in Australia we level things out by taxing the rich. They don't tax the rich over there.
Don't they?
No, they don't pay any tax. So you get to a certain level, and it's called trickle down economics, and it's a Reagan era thing, but it's been around ever since. And the whole idea is that people should be encouraged to make a lot of money, because if they make a lot of money, they will therefore invest it, start lots of enterprises, and get lots of other people employed, right? So, you know, does that work in practice? Not really. It's just a bloody excuse to let the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. And that's what's happening at the moment in the States. It's happening here too, but it's happening there big time, I reckon.
Yep.
I mean, they got the wealthiest guy in the world there now, haven't they?
Yeah.
Elon.
I don't know. Yeah.
Elon, what a normal person Elon is. Oh.
Hey, anyone who can invent the space truck, the Tesla space truck's a bloody legend in my book.
Is that the one that catches fire?
I saw 3 or 4 of them in the flesh in
Yeah.
LA. I stayed in San Pedro, which is like the Docklands area of LA. I was their bars are really crap there. Like the service is great, the bar staff are unbelievable. I've got another story about that, but the bars are just, everyone just sits at it's quite depressing. They're not
It
like
is.
fun places. They're
No, they're
places
not.
to go and write yourself off.
Yeah.
But you walk out and there's 2 space trucks out the front. I'm like, I tried to rent one and you can, but I was only there for 4 days. I didn't have enough time, but
That would have been interesting.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
I
like,
don't care, mate. I saw a meme the
it
other
would have been
day.
interesting.
I saw a meme the other day that said it all as far as I'm concerned, and it was a photo of Elon looking like a goose, which isn't hard, and it said the world's richest man, and he lives in a country full of poor people, or what's he done for the poor people, or we live in a world where kids are starving, or something like that. I can't remember the second line, but basically that was it. It was like, yeah, right. You know?
Yeah, but did you see the second half of it?
What?
We've given what Elon Musk is worth. We've given that to the. This is not my opinion, by the way. I did read that, and there was another part to it.
Yeah, okay.
Over the last 10 years, we've donated that to the poor in Africa, and they're still poor.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's not the solution. Maybe there's other ways. Like when I used to sponsor the school in India. This is how Nevermind started. I was part of a charity. I was working in the mining industry in WA, and I was given money to a mate who'd started a primary school in the rural back blocks of Agra for poor kids in India that weren't getting a chance to go to school. I thought I was earning good money at the time, you know,
a
couple $100 here and there and that. One day I got curious. I went over there and I'd become mates with the guys running it, and was like, well, I might start a business that can. Rather than them relying on handouts from all these people, if I can start a business that brings some people through, and we give part of our profits to it, and then people can come through and see the school, and they can drop some money on it. And for probably 10 years, and that's what Nevermind was. We did motorbike tours around Rajasthan, the Himalayas, and we go to the school in Agra. People would like see it and go, "Oh, this is great," and I'd give some money to it. It was I can't remember how much, but was it? I would never commit to a percentage of profits because most of the time I wouldn't make a profit, so they wouldn't get any money. But it'd be a bit of money there. And then customers come through. Some people give them a couple $100, some people give them $20, but it all helped, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
So that was the way I thought. I thought we'll start and then some of those guys started working for me as well. They come on just as a helper, and then, so they were earning an income and tips and stuff. So. That was what inspired this. I don't think just handing people money is the best solution.
I told you he was a nice guy. Can I just say, okay, transport all of that back here to Australia, and I only found this out recently, and it's to do with a story that I've been asked to help with by a fairly serious journalist mate of mine, who's looking into a certain motorcyclist who has started a charity which has gone absolutely berserk, and it's donating wads of money to men's depression and things like that, which are all gung-ho topics.
Now, we can't.
We can't.
No, I know. Yeah,
can't mention.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to.
And we shouldn't, but. It all came about because that particular person's getting very wealthy, and in Australia there is no requirement. When you give $10 to someone outside Woolies, okay?
Yeah.
There's no requirement for a fixed percentage of that to get to the actual charity. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and you can't even find it. If you Google, you can sit there, Google all day. You will not find anything about how much of your dollar is supposed to get to the people who you think are getting it. Yeah. So heaps of organisations have CEOs who get paid quite well, who have cars, they have staffs, they have all sorts of stuff. And all you want to know is, well, how much is the infrastructure costing before someone gets something out of it?
Yeah.
Well, you can't find out. There's no way. In fact, the only organisation that actually publishes this or lets people know is the Salvos, and they keep 10% for administration. Now, okay, the Salvos are a church, so They're also very humble people. They don't drink. There you go. There's a lot of excuses not to collect grog, isn't there? But as someone who knows the streets pretty well, especially in the old days, they are the people you see on the street.
Yeah.
You see the odd soup kitchen
They're old
sponsored
school,
by a church
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
but it's always been.
Yeah.
And so if you don't know what you want to give your money to, there's two things you can pretty much count on, you know, return soldiers and the salvos. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah, well, look,
sorry, that's just a
no,
it's a personal thing, because when I looked into it, it shocked me.
Yeah.
You know, I used to wonder how come I got harassed outside every Woolies.
I've looked at a lot of these organisations, and I'm not involved in that school anymore.
Yeah, but that's different.
Because
well, that was
I wanted to keep it very separate. So, you know, if I give now, I don't tell anyone. It's not like people booking a tour and go, well, how much of my booking goes to the school? And I was like, honestly couldn't tell them, because I've got a business to run as well.
Yeah.
And I was not a charity. I'm a business, a tax-paying business that employs people. So that was priority, and what we could afford at the end of that, if anything, went to the school. And it got too hard and complicated. So it's like we've parted ways.
There's so many good people doing good things in the world.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And then you get the people who are slightly taking advantage of it.
Yeah.
And that's just a natural human thing. But I just do not, for the life of me, understand why they don't make it compulsory to publicise that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It's a bit like we have a gambling problem in Australia, and it's fine to advertise gambling on telly as long as at the end of it.
What the hell is going on with that? I've been watching. I never watched free-to-air TV, but I've been watching Clarkson's Farm because someone told me it was good.
Yeah.
And I started watching it last week, but it's on 9 playback or something, and it's all gambling ads. The show's great. I've really enjoyed it, but every 20 minutes there's like 4 gambling ads.
Yeah, I know.
And then this is you will lose if
you'll
you
lose.
gamble.
You're going to lose because, but do it anyway because it's great fun. Well, how about all these apps where you can do it with your mates? You know, look at this, we can all do it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, you gamble, that's fine. That's up to you. You do what you want. I have never gambled, and it's for one reason, because one of my first jobs was in an RSL club, and at the end of the night, you know, I was about 17 or something, and part of the job was to go around and collect the coins out of the machines.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not a go around with a paper bag thing. That's a go around and open the back door and pull the trolley out. And it would be a stainless steel trolley. And on a Friday or a Saturday night, you would have queues of these trolleys full of coins. And you didn't even count them, you just weighed them. And you'd think, you know, people are sitting there putting coins in all night long.
Yeah.
And every now and then someone goes, yippee!
Why do you think you? I mean, I'm the same as you. I've got my reasons. I just have no interest in it. But you.
I'm a tight ass. It's easy.
Work too hard for it.
I work too hard for my money. I'm not
exactly
giving
what
it
I
away
would've
to a
said.
bloody horse.
Yeah.
We used to have office sweeps, Melbourne Cup.
I'd rather dump a pineapple on the guy on the street than put it into a pokey machine.
Exactly. You know, I'll give someone money for a coffee before I do that.
Yeah.
It's just. Anyway, that doesn't matter, does it? You know, we all gamble something in life. I think motorcyclists tend to get enough of the gambling thing just day-to-day life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we take risks, we do all right, that's okay.
Well,
I buzz enough. I'm buzzing now.
Have you had any...
Just from riding down
here. Have you had
here.
any nasty bingles? Like,
Yeah.
hospitalisation ones? Have you?
Yeah. But you know what? They were all before I was about 25.
Okay.
Well, hang on, I'm just trying to think if that's true. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. And I'm not saying I got better, but I think I got warier or more experienced.
Yeah.
And I think too, I mean, the insurance shows that too. You know, like if you want to insure someone pre-25, costs a fortune.
Yeah.
Because and we all know, I mean, here, in New South Wales, Queensland, they got a P plate system. You know what P stands for? Professional. It must do, because they all go faster than everybody else. You know, I got whizzed past by a professional in a little beep car today. I was doing a number in excess of the speed limit, and he went past a number in front of that.
Well, I don't know. I must
In a
be.
piece of shit.
I think I'm bucking that trend because I'd never lost my license until 3 years ago, and I've lost my license 3 times.
You do everything backwards.
So, I mean, the biking one was in a car. The biking one is I picked up a BMW R9T 1200, the scrambler.
Oh, lovely.
Marketplace bargain, like 3,000 Ks on it. It's always been a dream bike of mine. I always wanted one, and old man bought it, just didn't ride it, and it was up in Melbourne. I was down Connewarre, Torquay way, and I jumped in my ute, drove up, started it, didn't even test ride it, threw it on the back of the ute. It was a Tuesday morning. I was home by about probably 10:30. Took it off the ute, sunny day, down 13th Beach. The road goes along the sand dunes, across the beach, for about 10 Ks. Beautiful.
Oh, you can actually go up the beach.
Well, it's a beautiful road.
Oh,
It runs
okay.
between Torquay and Barwon Heads, and it just follows. It's like a Californian type experience.
Oh, yeah,
It's a beautiful, and all you got sand dunes on one side and Southern Ocean on the other side. And it's just a great place, and it's a famous surf beach. Like I've been surfing there since I was, 15 years old, sort of thing. And I've come around the corner onto the beach road, 13th Beach Road, and it's always been 80. And I've come along, first gear. This is nice. I've been riding a 410cc Himalayan, and second gear. There's a bit in this. I've gone to go for third, and I see a car coming towards me, like just spotted it. I'm like, I better back off. This is Tuesday morning, there's no one around. I'm like, far out.
No.
Anyways, it was the cops, they got me on the radar, and they were going the opposite direction, so I thought, fuck, I've got 1200 cc's here, they're not going to catch me. And as I went past, I went to pull over and I went, nah. And I just fanged it. I got up to about 108. This is not a true story, by the way. This is
No, of course not. We're making all of this up.
Completely fictional.
Yeah.
And then, because when the adrenaline kicks in, you're like,
Yeah.
I could definitely get away from these guys. And I probably should have kept going, but something in me clicked and went, you know what?
I'm going to get done.
Nah, just, don't be a dickhead. So I pulled into the first beach car park, and I just waited there, waiting for ages. They're coming. I know they're coming. They're like 2 female cops, and they're like, "What are you doing, mate?" And I go, "What are you?" They go, "Do you know how fast you're going?" I go, probably 80. They go, "Yeah, do you know what the speed limit is?" And I go, "Yeah, it's 80 along there." And they go, "No, it's been changed to 60. Didn't you see new limit?" I go, "It has not." I go, "I didn't." So they dropped the speed limit 2 weeks before, and apparently had new. I go, "Bullshit." And they go, "Get in the car, we'll take you down and have a look." And I go, "Nah, it's all right." Obviously,
I'll believe you.
That gives you a lot. And I was a bit angry. I went, I'm a bit ashamed of how I reacted, actually. But I argued with them a little bit. And apparently, I go, "How fast was I doing?" And they said, "You were doing 97. I was in second gear. I go, "I couldn't have been doing 97. They go, "Have a look. Have a look at the radar. You're doing 97. So I'm doing 97 Ks in a 60 zone in second gear.
Yeah.
And I'd only ridden the bike 10 minutes.
Good bike, bud.
Got it off the ute and lost my licence within 10 minutes. And that was only a couple of years ago. 6 months off the road.
Yeah.
But, all right, so this was just coming out of COVID, right? So I was still working. I just finished a job. I was working construction then.
I remember, yeah.
And I was doing 1 or 2 tours just to see if it was a demand out there. I was wondering whether I'd go full time again. And I didn't have a licence, so I couldn't go back to work.
Yeah.
So I'd finished my contract there, and I was applying for construction jobs, and they're like, "You need a licence." I was like, "Well, I'm done for 6 months." So I just had 6 months of working on Nevermind.
Yeah.
So I should thank those cops, because here we are working full time because I lost my licence. So, Marie, and you're pretty much there. You're coming back. So it's worked out well. So thank you, Victorian Police.
Oh, there you go. See, thank you, Victoria Police.
Yeah, so it cost, and the fine wasn't too bad. It was only like $500, which I thought was pretty reasonable for 27 kilometres over the limit.
Can I tell you how I got my licence? I probably have.
You have told me, but let's tell it for the audience.
All right, okay. It's old brain and it's fresh, because I just wrote it the other day for a motorcycle magazine that was having an anniversary, and I thought, gee, you know, it's about 55 years since I got a licence, so, you know. Anyway, I rode my Matchless 500, which is the dirty old 1950 thing that I still got. Still got it.
It's in the shed.
Yeah, it's in the shed. Rode it down to the cop shop because, you know, it's my birthday, I'll get my licence, and I had to do a test. And I lived in a little country town, and I walked down into, and I got the sergeant. I was really hoping I wouldn't get the sergeant for reasons that'll be obvious in a minute. And he said, "Oh, the Ruth boy, what are you here for?" I said, "I'm here for my licence test, Sarge." He said, "Oh, are you really?" He said, "Okay." So he came outside and he said, "We got in the town where I was when I was 16 in Armidale, New South Wales. There was no roundabouts, no traffic lights. Probably half of the town was still coming to work every day on a horse. You know, look, she was pretty country and lovely. Not much going on." He said, "Get on the bike. The bike's got no indicators, got no muffler. It's got, you know, had a mirror." And so I put my arm out and I go off up the road. He said, "Just go around the block, come back." And he stood there. I came back and he's gone. So I walked down into the cop shop and he goes, "There you go." He gives it to me. I said, "Oh, beauty, you know. I got it, did I?" I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "I know you can ride. I've chased you twice. And I'm only giving you this because you won't have it for very long." Now, he was quite right. I lost it about 2 months later, I suppose, on points, all for not making indicating signs and no stoplight and speeding. And in those days, you got 12 points. And I managed to clock up about 30 something. But here is the question, here is the big thing, right? The reason he knew me quite well was I'd taken his daughter home from school on the back of my bike for the last year and a bit. And it was only about a mile to her place from the school, and it used to take us hours. And I think he didn't like me. That's what I would like to say.
Oh,
I
don't
think
he
liked me. She did. But anyway, yeah.
Cat's having a good season.
Hey?
Nothing.
Cats are having a great season.
So what was his daughter's name?
Oh, I can't remember now. Samantha. It was Samantha.
Hey, Samantha.
Sam Brown. How you going,
Sam
mate?
Brown, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
bet
name and a
you'd be a granny and something else by now, I'd reckon, wouldn't you? Long time ago, mate.
Yep. I do feel for the kids now because if
so
I can't keep my licence, if you're an 18, like my nephew, Isaac Morgan, hey Isaac, he's a fan of yours actually, he's a big four-wheel drive guy. He's coming to the Himalayas with me next month. He's 21, so he's 18th and I didn't get him a present, and he's 21st.
Yeah.
So I'm combining them, so you get your flights and you're coming to the Himalayas with me.
Excellent.
So next month, him and I are travelling together.
And he rides a bike as well?
Oh, he loves it.
He's into the four-wheel drives?
Four-wheel drives and bikes.
What's he
bikes.
got? What's he drive off
He's
road?
got a Patrol.
Oh, yeah. Well done, mate. Good thing.
He's unlicensed at the moment.
We understand.
He's on the golden point, so they said you can have 1 point for 12 months, or you can lose it for 3 months, I think.
Yeah.
So he took the 3 months. So
Wise move.
But he's a good kid. I'm looking forward to just taking. You know, I mean, this is what I do. I'm like, well, you know, what a great thing to do to take your nephew to the Himalayas and show him what you do for a job. You know.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, and what an interesting uncle you've got, Isaac. You know, really.
He calls me the animal.
Does he?
All my nephews. I'm not Uncle Matt, I'm the animal.
You're the animal.
Yeah. I went to a birthday party Sunday and a couple of the other nephews pulled up, give you a big hug. Oh, the animal, how you going?
You're not supposed to outdrink 20-year-olds, Matt. If you do, you'll get a reputation.
I don't know where it come from, but
I can guess.
Probably my suggestion.
I can guess.
But that's So, but like I'm like, well, you know, there's cameras on every corner. You know, he likes his cars and his bikes, and it's like it does. You know, he's just lost it on points. You know, like and he plays footy an hour away at Rokewood for a country town, so he's always on the road. He's a chippy. Yeah. It's just bang, 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 lost points. You know.
Yeah, of course.
It's like far out.
Of course, and in Victoria, you lose you get booked for going 1K over the speed limit.
And they change the speed limits.
And
all
they
the
keep
time.
changing the speed limits.
I didn't get the memo for that.
I got friends who've left Victoria because they can't. Blokes my age who ride motorbikes who've just gone, I've had enough. You know,
Yeah.
I can't exist under this
Keep your license.
regime.
Well,
You know?
I love it down there because I love the cold ocean and the cold.
Yeah.
I love the cold winters, but
That's why he's up here, folks, because it's winter and he's moved to the warmer climes. But, you know,
I'm
you keep
flying
talking
back,
about
I'm flying
it.
back tomorrow, so I'm only up here for a couple of days. So.
Yeah, righto.
Yeah, well, it could be on the cards. Who knows? But yeah, it's a difficult.
Look at the difference, by the way. Look at this T-shirt, short sleeve T-shirt, big thick woolly, you know, dries the
Queenslander,
bones.
Victorian.
Long sleeve, never mind T-shirt underneath. I got 3 layers and a beanie, and look at Mr. Sunshine here. You know, has anyone got a bucket of ice cubes?
I'd be riding around on a T-shirt at the moment. I wouldn't even wear a jacket. Open face helmet, probably shorts and thongs.
Oh, mate.
I'm one of those guys.
Oh.
I
Ask
love it.
Marie about weather. She's been
She's
up in Cairns.
Hey, next year when
It's
we
freezing,
close
isn't
the
it?
Brunswick heads office and you might move to Torquay, you're going to love it. It grows
Oh,
on you.
yeah. First thing you need to do is buy about $200 worth of long johns and warm stuff. You got to wear that many layers down in here. No, couldn't
That's
do
good.
it. Couldn't do it.
Keeps you.
Just like Ireland, sorry, the weather in
Oh,
Ireland was.
yeah, the new barley.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a heat wave. It was
Speed
low.
limit.
It was
Let's
30.
talk about the speed limits. Like you could go 100 k's in villages, you know. It's just fun.
In Ireland, yeah, it's weird.
There's
isn't
no
it?
cops.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. Even like this is our 3rd lap, and still I'm amazed. Like there's just no cops.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's. I mean, they're there, but not like Victoria.
But they're Guardia.
Most of-
They're
yeah.
Guardia. They're actually Garda or whatever they call them. I mean, there's a different concept. It's about looking after people. It's about trying
Although
to,
recently
and they know
they
they've
did
got.
kick up
Oh yeah, they know they've.
with the immigrants and all that. They're getting pissed off, you know. So-
Yeah, man, that's not a good scene. That's
We
not a
had
good
no
scene.
trouble there. Like it was a lot of nervous moments with our clients leading up to it. Like, oh, is this trip going to go ahead? And I go, absolutely. I'm not worried about it in the slightest. Oh, yeah, but there's fuel shortages and all this.
No.
I go, no, there's not.
No,
you
there's
hear
not.
all. Just don't look at social media or the news.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a problem. Like it was great. Marie was there driving support van.
Oh,
and
cool.
Actually, because David, one of our clients, his first trip with us. He was quite happy some days. He wasn't a real biker. Like he sort of jumped on because he's made of Slaters, Adrian Slater.
Okay.
Hey, Adrian, David, and Dan was on there as
Slater.
well.
He's a good man.
And but yeah, Dave was like.
Was Dancing Dan there too?
Yeah.
Oh, they both took their wives.
Yeah, their
didn't
wives
they?
as well, which
Yeah, I
is
saw
we'll get
that.
back to that. We'll talk about that ride because it was incredible.
Yeah.
But so Dave would sometimes go, I don't really feel like riding today. And Marie was driving the van.
Oh,
So and Marie's like,
very good.
yeah. So
Excellent.
some days he just drove all day, and Marie got to ride all day, and
Shout out to David.
he generally picked. Like I'd say to him, he'd go, oh, Matt, tomorrow what's the riding like? He goes, I feel like I'm going to drive the van. I go, not tomorrow. I go the next day, and he, oh no, I go tomorrow is the best of the best. Like we're doing the Ringer Carry. It's amazing, beautiful weather. I'll drive. I'll let Marie ride. So I think he had a bit of a soft spot for Marie. So I thought,
Okay, fair enough.
Let her have a ride that day. So anyway, it all worked out. Everyone was happy. And,
Shout out to David.
So, yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, super cool guy. We loved him. He a bit of a character, wasn't he? So
Oh, I'll tell you what, when I
Pool game, definitely loves the pool game. Yeah.
loves the pool. Yeah.
I
Not
played
very
pool.
good at it, but me and Big John, we had a bit of a pool tournament on the way around. So what happened? We were in Kilkenny actually, about halfway through the trip, and went to one of the old pubs and a few pool tables there, and we thought we'd have a game of doubles. And Big John.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Steph and John Lindemann. So Johnny's
Lindemann.
like, he's from the Lindemann wine.
I do
family.
know he's
Yeah.
from the Lindemann wine
We
family.
get all sorts on these bike tours.
Yeah.
Top bloke, he
got
looks
some good
like
stories,
he
Jono.
looks like Neo from the Matrix or Keanu, and he actually is a bit like him.
He's
too.
a bit like, he's very cool. Very
He's
cool,
a cool
guy.
guy. Anyway, so John's got on the table and gone, oh, David, you want to be my partner? And David goes, nah, I'm not going on your team. You're going to be shit. And I go, John, I'm on your team.
Yeah,
Yep. So
yeah.
him and I took the table, and David and another bloke. Oh, David and Marie.
Yeah.
And me and John whipped him. and turns out John's like a legend pool
Yeah,
player.
he would be.
And
Yeah,
he's
he's
good
like
at it.
that.
He's just one of those blokes who's good
He was
at
a
everything.
bloody good footballer once
He's
too.
good at everything. Yeah.
And can I just want to break in there because this raises a really important point, I think. Okay, so I took my wife to Sri Lanka, and John and Steph,
Yeah.
John's wife, they were on the same trip, right? And we kind of hit it off really well. I mean, I hit it off with everyone on the trip, but you know, you make these special relationships through Nevermind.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like with Slater and Dance and Dan, something similar, and some of your mates, they're terrible. I really like them, but John and Steph, they come back to Australia, and the next thing they're dropping in to see us because they were doing a big lap in the Toyota.
Yeah.
So we have new friends. That's my whole point. We have new friends that we never would have had that are really interesting people. I don't think I've ever met anyone who's really boring on a Nevermind trip, Matt. Is that because it's me? Is that one of those things when...
I don't know. I mean, I know your wanker theory. If there's no wankers on the tour, you're probably it.
You're probably the wanker,
So
I know. It's
if
a
that
real
applies to
problem.
boring people...
I don't know. It must be me.
No, you're not.
Bugger.
Definitely not boring.
But I'll tell you what, what a great bloke.
I mean, the riding's great, the countries are great, but the people really make it,
People make it.
Didn't Marie, weren't they such a great bunch we had on that?
20 years, bro. Enough about this, mate. You can make it.
You're travelling with your mates.
Yeah.
By about day 3, you are travelling
day
with your mates.
It's not a tour. It should never feel like a tour. Like it's like, yeah, okay, I'm riding up front navigating and Marie's in the van, and we're making it work.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything's organised behind, prior. But we're all in it together. Like we get a flat tyre, and everyone's helping load the bike up, and it's everyone's in. It's a beautiful camaraderie.
It is. It's really nice. And even now when I see Dom, when he posts over in Perth.
Yeah.
And I'll see him on Facebook and I go, I know that guy. and I know something about him because we were on the Terps together, that sort of thing. It's great. I love that. I love that about the trips.
I mean, this island trip was really, really cool. Like it was Marie's first trip with us, and everyone on the trip, other than 2 people, were like guys that have done. Peter Duffield and Kaz from Perth. I mean, I've known Peter since I started Nevermind, and he has done, I think it was his 7th tour with us.
Wow.
I think he's got the record. I think Adrian's not far behind him, It's like, it's incredible, and they just love it.
You don't get that. No. You don't get that if you're getting the mix wrong. Anyway, enough blowing smoke up your ass. It's a good thing you do.
Well, I'm amazed at how people keep coming back. It's not me. I think it's the
mate. You're the catalyst. It's like the way things work in life. You need a catalyst to get things going. It's oh gee, I just got.
Yeah, got
Patagonia.
That's us in Patagonia.
That's us in Patagonia on the other screen over there. Yep. Wow. Oh, do you know what?
We were there last year.
That's people keep saying what's the best thing you've done in years, and going to Patagonia. Wow, what an incredible
That's what
place.
when you said Australia's the best country in the world before.
Oh, Matt,
Argentina pops into my head, but I'm sure their healthcare system's not as good as ours. Probably not.
It's okay.
It could be. I don't know. I've never been.
I'm an Australian, and I would say that no matter what.
Yeah.
It just turns out that I believe it because I've seen a lot of Australia. I've seen a shit ton of Australia, but.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. Here's a shot of you and me drinking beer.
Wine.
Oh, wine.
Malbec.
Oh, well, I wouldn't
Patagonia,
be drinking much
Malbec.
of that. But, yeah, no, I mean, what can you say? I like travelling around Tasmania, but Ireland is the original, the genuine, the brilliant, the beautiful. And on a motorcycle, how good is it? It's Patagonia. What an amazing...
I'm getting shivers up my spine listening to you talk about Ireland.
I honestly, mate, would have said, geographically, and I've travelled a fair bit, not as much as you, but geographically, I would have said Australia was the wildest country I've ever been to until I went to Patagonia.
Yeah, yeah.
And that was like touching a button. Oh, there is something a bit wilder and more remote.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just
yeah.
really caught
It's
it
like, I
on.
remember you at the end of that trip going, Australia's got some competition here.
Yeah, no. Well, that's the only place, that's the place I'll run away to when our government here finally gets to where it's going, which seems to be tying itself in such knots. They're going to have to sell the country to Donald Trump or something to bail us out.
That's what Hitler did and all the Nazis. They ran away to Argentina.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Hey,
I don't know.
allegedly. And, you know, I don't want to hang out with them, but there's lots of space over there. And
There is. And
lots
there's
of
lots
room.
of fresh water.
Lots of fresh water
That's
and
at
lots
the-
of sensible rules.
The third largest freshwater reserve in the world is Patagonia.
Is that right?
Yep. And I think Antarctica is number one. Because I was trying to work this out, and I think Greenland might be number two because it's glacial.
Glacial water.
And Patagonia is number three.
Yeah.
So
How was that big damn lake? It was
yeah,
a lake.
Lake General Carretera.
Whoa. We were next to that for days.
I think
there
that
it
might be
is.
just there. Yeah. So we ride around that for 2.5 days.
Yeah.
I think it's like 9 Sydney harbours, and it's a freshwater lake.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's, I can't remember the exact number.
That's
but
a lot
it's-
of fresh water.
You might have to fact check me there, people, but
Don't worry about it.
It's
Until
freshwater.
you've seen it, it's
Yeah.
meaningless.
Like
It's
2.5
just
days
glorious.
of riding a dirt road around up and on the cliffs, mountains, snow-capped mountains, glaciers, and freshwater lake. Yeah, just
That was incredible.
yeah. Well, we've added we've sold out for next year already. Patagonia, all sold out.
I'm not
So I've
surprised.
added a date in December. I had to ring Lucia and say, can we do it again? I need
Do it
more.
again.
Yep, because people missed out. So if you want to come to Patagonia, December this year, it's December 5th, I think, 2 weeks. It'll be good.
Gee, she looked after us, Lucia. She was awesome.
Her and Seba are my two favourite
Oh,
people.
they're so cool.
Yep.
How was Seba that last night? The last night I was on, we had, and he brought a couple of his mates along, and they were obviously in a very good
I know them
mental
quite well
state
now. Yeah.
when they got there, and they were having a good time. And he only had a handful of Aussie words, and he used all of them.
Oh, and he's got he's got a bit of an alias going on now, Seba. So he's our Spanish mechanic and driver, and he's comes with us on every tour. And on the rest day, he comes out. Well, he doesn't come out. Pablo Escondido, the celebrity chef from Buenos Aires.
Oh.
We have the rest day in the
Yeah.
log cabins on the lake,
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just so happens the celebrity chef comes down
celebrity
from
chef.
Pablo Escondido with his long black wig and wife beater singlet and shorts and cooks us
Cooks
lunch. It's, plays a bit of guitar and tells a few jokes and then just flies off into the sunset. And Seba went missing. the
Get
whole
on a
time.
bus and see what sort of experiences you get. Won't be nothing like that.
Oh,
Bloody
and the
hell.
food. Oh my god, it was freshly cooked Patagonian ribeye.
Oh,
You've never seen anything like
oh.
it. You've never.
Well,
seen
that was the
anything
other
like
thing that blew me away. You know, I honestly thought that we have the best meat on earth. I really did. And I know you can pay a whole lot of money and get something maybe a little bit better somewhere, and usually find out it was imported from Australia anyway.
Yeah.
But in Patagonia, I mean, chicken is a vegetable. You know, it was bloody fantastic,
Oh, yeah,
wasn't it? The
yeah,
meat
yeah.
was
Stuff
out of
it.
this world.
It,
Out of
yeah,
this
the
world.
food, the writing's great. It's a true.
What was it? Not the Celestial Highway, the
The Carretera Australis.
Australis.
Is that the one that
Yes.
goes through Chile
Yep.
down the west coast there? Yep.
That was the one. If you see
Gracias,
anything,
muchacha.
if you see anything on Nevermind Patagonia, and you'll see miles and miles and miles of just whap, 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 whap up the hill. The corners were insane. That was the day we were racing the 350s. That was just awesome.
We had the best fun. I was back there in January this year
Oh.
with an amazing group, like just a usual group, you know, like, but just really good people. We come up through that section, got to the end, and guys were in tears, like crying, going, "Oh my God, I've never
Had
experienced
so
anything
much
like that."
fun.
Yep.
Yep.
And the quality of the roads is incredible.
Yeah.
I'll top you up there, John.
Oh, yes,
see
please.
See you're thirsty today.
I can knock over a beer with the best of them. Well,
Well, I
maybe not
probably
with
am
the
one of
best
the
of
best of them over
maybe
here.
not with the honk, you know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
how's he going? Have you seen him lately?
The honk, the big Shauno. Yeah, well, I haven't. He's been working up in the Pilbara. The honk's a good mate of mine, and did Patagonia with John back in March last year, actually, and so he's
Thank you.
he's retiring soon, I think.
Is he?
Retiring from FIFO.
Oh, okay.
So last message I got from him was, "This is my last swing.
He's
I'm
had
coming
enough."
home, and that's it." And he might be or might not be moving to New Zealand. I don't know. He gets excited.
Yeah.
You know what he's like. So, but yeah, he's there. He's got his KTM 590 or whatever it is. And, you know.
Big man, big bike.
Yeah.
Good bloke.
Yep. So big heart.
Awesome. There you go. You see this?
Don't share a room with him though, because big turds. So he blocked the toilet every bloody night.
Oh.
Get up in the morning and flush it, and nothing will go down.
Oh.
So
yeah.
he's a big
The
man.
honk does the plonk.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Not very good.
Yeah, so single supplement. So your first trip with us was Sri Lanka,
Yes.
then Patagonia.
Yes. And then
So
Ireland.
Sri Lanka you did with Kaz, and that was what we're talking about, John and Steph.
Yep.
And still mates with a lot of those crew.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Mitch and Rusty just booked Rajasthan next year, and
Did they?
and Himalayas from that trip. They got tattoos on that Sri Lankan trip.
I know, I
They
remember.
just
They gave me heaps the other day because apparently I'd been down in Victoria and I'd been somewhere
Yeah.
near Mitch and I hadn't dropped in. And do you know what? If I'd have known, I would have dropped in.
well, you might have to do the Himalayan trip next year.
Well, I might just have to. All right. I might
And
just
then
have to.
Ireland last year in May. So it's been quite some time, John, since you've been back.
Yeah.
So I know you've had a lot going on, but is there is there something on the horizon that might have caught your eye with us? You know, we do have a new tour coming up. I won't put you on the spot,
Are you
but
talking about Poland?
I may or may not be. But would that be of interest to
Yes.
you? Okay, you heard it first. You heard it first.
Hey, big yes, yes, right? You know, like, I don't know how to say this. Back in the 80s when I was backpacking, I carved, in those days travel was slightly different because the wall hadn't come down in Germany by then. So there was still the USSR, you know, and I travelled through some of those countries, and what blows you away, because if you look at Poland on the map, you know, there's Ukraine on this side. You know, Ukraine, you keep hearing about it lately, don't you? And then there's Russia about here, and there's all these other European countries. And that's a great big chunk of the world that we don't know anything about. Australians kind of know about Gallipoli, and that's about it. Do you know what I mean? And I went all the way through there and saw some insane country, met some incredible people. I would love to go to Poland. Is that where you are from originally?
Well, no, I'm from
Your
Geelong.
family? Yeah, I know you. Oh, yeah. Hey, go the Cats, whoever they are.
Third on the ladder, doing quite well at the moment.
I think it's a basketball team.
Playing the
Is it
Dockers
basketball?
Dockers on the weekend.
Oh.
I'm not a real footy man, but I do love the Cats.
Yeah, good on you.
The only non-capital city football team left. Anyway, huge and the most successful club in AFL history.
Mate, we had the State of Origin the other day.
I don't know what that
You
is.
know? You don't
Who
know
do
what
I
that
go for?
is.
Was New South Wales
It was
versus
in
Queensland?
Melbourne. It
Yeah, I
was
know, I
at
saw
the
that.
MCG,
was that here?
92,000 people.
Look, it'll be great.
Biggest crowd they've ever had. And I'm not a rugby league guy. Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
an Aussie rules bloke. I'm
Yeah.
from South Australia.
Yeah.
But I actually saw the last 20 minutes of the game, And do you know what? I always used to think professional football was a wank,
Yeah.
but it's not. They're spending that much money on those guys that those guys have become 24-hour-a-day training.
Oh, absolutely.
They're warriors.
They are.
They
They're
are
athletes,
in
yeah.
another
Yeah.
class.
Yeah.
Same with the Aussie rules blokes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Don't know about the Cats. Where do they sit on the ladder?
Oh, look, I think third, you know, but it's not even halfway through the season yet, John. Like, you don't want to peak too soon. You know, you sort of, you know, about August is when you put the foot down, you know.
Oh,
You've got to pace
okay.
yourself. You know
Yeah,
what it's like.
righto. Yeah. I haven't watched footy since I stopped playing it myself.
But what was it was a 20-point margin last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Queensland won.
Queensland won.
By 20 or 40 or something.
Oh, I think it was.
I didn't
It was
watch
about a 20-point margin. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 44 to 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. New South Wales won the first one.
Yeah.
And you know, you could almost think, well, they have to do that because there's three of them. Therefore, they have to 1-1 build up the. But at the end of the day, it's just the quality of what we're producing in Australia.
Skill, yeah.
You know, here we go with the I Love Australia thing again. But honestly, mate, they're taking it to Las Vegas.
No way.
And yeah, they got the NRL playing in Las Vegas. They had, oh look, you know, need someone who knows about footy here. That won't be Marie. It won't be you. I don't really know.
No.
But they're taking our games to the US, and those guys, you know, they play footy over there. They got a team of about 200 people, and they let about 15 on the field each time for gridiron or something.
Yeah.
And they all wear armour and helmets and
Yep.
padding, and they all look like monkeys. And there's one guy who catches the ball, and they send him on when they need someone to catch. And then there's someone else who throws the ball, and they send him on. And then there's someone who kicks the ball, and they send him on. And our guys come out, you know, 13 blokes,
Yeah.
come trooping out, beat the shit out of each other with no helmets, no armour, just a pair of shorts. And it is real gladiator stuff. It is full on, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I think it's-
So we
look-
just do things better.
I think AFL, NRL, whatever, same, you know, it's like
Yeah.
just different,
Oh.
slightly different rules, same shit really. Like
I was trying to explain it to Karen last night. She's Welsh, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, they play rugby there, don't they?
they play rugby union.
Yeah, same thing, you know.
No, it's
I
not.
don't know. That's like probably saying AFL and Gaelic football are the same,
Which is pretty similar.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it to Karen last night. I said, look, because she said, I don't understand. They were showing some Aussie rules after the rugby. I said, she said, what's the difference? I said, well, look at the players. You know, in rugby, they're specialised.
Yeah.
You know, like you got blokes who can tackle, you got blokes who can kick, about 2 of them. You got blokes who can catch the ball, about 6 of them.
Yeah.
And then in Aussie rules, you got all these blokes who have to be able to do the whole lot. And to me, that was always the difference.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know, like I'm South Australian, so I'm biased, but why are we talking about football?
Well, we're going to bring it back to, because we're not a football show. What
No.
we're not really. We're just we're
not a
waffling.
show.
But where it came from is you asked me where I'm from, and I said Geelong, and we went to football because
Yeah, I
nothing
know.
else goes on in Geelong except the football, is it?
Well,
There's no
since the
reason-
Holden plant, the Ford plant.
Ford.
It was Ford.
Hang on a
Wrong
minute.
team there.
Hang on a minute. Although I do drive a Holden. But so where my grandparents were Polish, right? So I actually have been doing a bit of homework because I don't remember, my grandfather died in the 90s, but lived with us when I was young, and it was cool.
Natanski is a common name in
Nataneski?
Poland?
No, it's not. It's
Nataneski?
actually really uncommon. It's only it's I've looked it up now. It's because of AI and that you can really dig deep, and they're from a tiny little group of like 3 villages with a couple of hundred people, and they've been there for, you know, there's records going back 500-600 years.
Are we going there?
Yeah, well, I reckon we should.
I reckon we bloody should.
Well, we go very close there because it's not far from Krakow. It's in the southeast where most of the good riding is, so we'll be in that vicinity. So
I'm saying we. I think I just signed something here without even knowing about it.
it's all good.
Hey,
But
look,
the
East
history of
Europe-
Poland is the history of the
insane.
world. Like it's
Yeah.
you know, it's a country that, as a nation, is probably 1,200 years old. It's not that old, but you know, being wedged and it goes back probably 5,000-6,000 years before that. Same as Ireland, you know, it had Druid type, you know, Celtic type, Slavic. You know, they're very sort of, you know, they had their pagan rituals, pagan. The Christians came in, and you know, that's so it's very. There's a book called Poland by James A. Michener. I don't know, I'm surprised you haven't read it. It's brilliant. I read it probably 20 years ago. It really explains the history of Poland in a really entertaining way. You know, like even, you know, the union, the fall of the USSR started in Gdansk in the Docklands.
Yes.
The unions started a big uprising, locked down the Docklands, and kicked the Soviets out, and they had to capitulate. And then Poland formed its own government, and the head of the unions, became the first president of Poland.
Yeah.
You know, and that's in 1989. And not long later, the Berlin Wall fell. You know, so or you know thereabouts.
Hey mate, I lived through all of that.
Yeah,
I
was I
saw it.
right?
No, you're
So
dead
did
right.
But I was 10 years old.
100% right.
So you know, so it's a super. And now to go from, you know, a third world, you know, basically in the 80s and 90s, an Eastern European third world country to now like the powerhouse of Europe.
Exactly.
Is incredible. You know, it's like they're telling Europe, the EU, how it's going to be. You know, it's like far out.
You know, if you don't know, you don't realise how big the world is, I suppose, in a way, until you have a look at countries like Poland, where, you know, they've got everything. They've got medieval castles. They've got Transylvania sitting on one corner.
The largest castle in the world, Malbec. Malbec's the wine.
Yeah, Malbec's the wine.
Malbork Castle.
There you
That's
go.
the largest castle in the world. The Teutonic Knights built it.
Teutonic Knights.
And they ran most of Europe from there at one point,
Yep.
you know.
I know. It's just, this is the thing, you know, your world, we tend to think of the world as the little bits we see on the news and the little bits that we know about because it means something to us. You know, at the moment we probably know a fair bit about the States. You know, there was a time in Australia, and I'm part of it, when all we knew about was the Commonwealth countries. You know, we knew they had lumberjacks in Canada. We knew all about England because it was the big power. We knew that French people couldn't be trusted at all because the English told us that, because they've been fighting them for so long it wasn't funny. What else did we know? Not a lot. Not a lot, really. And then, you know, we had Greek people coming in, and all of a sudden we're finding out about Greece, and then Italians, and then Vietnamese, and our doors have just been opening ever since. However, I never even heard of Patagonia until Matt said, "Do you want to come to Patagonia?" Do you know what I mean? And Poland, I know a fair bit about Poland because I just love history. I love especially Viking history, and the Vikings actually spent a lot of effort in and around Poland.
Well, with women, Polish women being what they are, of course the Vikings were attracted
Don't come to Poland.
Of course the Vikings wanted to go to Poland. Look at us, we're a fine specimen, and I'm one of the, you know, probably
The
one
end
of the
result.
the less aesthetic ones. Look, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Like I've been to Poland a few times, and they're a beautiful race of people.
Not only that, I mean, they have had the shit knocked out of them that many times.
Like the
over
Irish,
years.
I think.
Yeah, just like the Irish,
Yep.
you know. And it's funny. I mean, look at what happened in World War II. You know, the Poles just got the crap beaten out of them. What did they do? Most of them got out, went to England, kept fighting.
Yeah.
You know, they escaped. They had, like the French, they had resistance. They have balls, big, hairy balls, and they kept going all the way through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's going to be a great trip.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not. You know, we're not going to go to all the tourist places. You know, it's
Oh,
set up.
no, what a surprise.
It's really about getting to the places that, you know, no one gets to see. You know, it's like no one knows about. Like this is, you know, our role. So
I do know.
it's going to be. It's guaranteed to be off its head. You know,
Yes.
so it's so Poland. So we've got.
This is the way to see the world, by the way.
Poland, we've got Himalayas coming up next month, then Poland, Sri Lanka again, Rajasthan, which is one of my all-time favourites, and then Patagonia in December. So it's going to be a big year. It's set up for a big year.
You've had a big year already, though.
Yeah, done a few. Done a bit of travel.
How many trips this year?
So Patagonia. We just did one at the start of the year this year. Another 5, so it's a few. Yeah. I should be pretty good at it by the end of the year. So,
Do you know, I used to think I had the best job on earth.
Ah,
You know, I'm
yeah.
starting to think you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not
Thought that for a while.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. It doesn't leave a lot of time for anything else, pretty much.
Anything?
Yeah. By the time you do all that, then I've got to come up here and be doing this to tell people what we're doing, what's coming up. So that's that fills in the blanks, and then
Yeah, it's really hard work, guys.
I wouldn't
You know?
say it's hard.
Like after a big day on the motorcycle, a couple of beers and a yarn in front of a camera.
Yeah.
That's tough. Sorry.
It is so. How do you, where I was going way back? What was out of the 3 you've done? And I've asked you this before, and I know you're not going to be able to answer it. But what's your standout, experience? Now, a year later, it's been a year since you've done a bike tour with Nevermind. What jumps out? Like an experience or a particular tour or?
Okay, the vastness and the glaciers in Patagonia introduced me to a new world. I've never been to South America. No, Mexico doesn't count, does it? Because that's in North America.
Central America, but hey, look, it's...
I know a bit about it,
Yes.
but that was a complete eye-opener. But probably mentally, if you can use that term after you've been drinking a bit of beer, seeing the Palestinian support Palestine posters in Belfast. Because I've been to Belfast before. I went there in the Troubles as a backpacker and was blown away by how friendly everybody was. Trick, for world travellers, always have a kangaroo somewhere on your body, because if you're Australian, they see a kangaroo and they go straight away, you're not British, You're probably one of us, or you're probably safe. Anywhere in the world, you're not an American. You're from that funny country that has those funny animals that jump around. And that's just bloody great. But to see, Karen and I went and did that black taxi
Yeah,
tour.
I went with you.
Yeah,
Me and
that's
Hunter
right.
came with you.
That's right.
The 4 of us.
There was a few beers involved.
Afterwards.
Yeah. That was probably, for someone who's sort of lived his life through all those times, that was probably the, what's the word? The most awe-inspiring day I've had in years.
Yeah.
Because
It was epic. I think
it
that's
was
the word
epic.
you want.
Yeah, epic gets overused. Epic gets, oh wow, I got 3 nails into that plank
okay.
of wood. That's epic. But this was truly epic. This was like Homeric.
It was all
epic.
time.
It was all time epic. Only because that's not what I was looking for. That's what I found, and that's where you go with Nevermind. You're seeing the backstreets, you're meeting the backstreet people, you're meeting the real people, you're experiencing things on a motorcycle, which is always going to be more raw and more powerful than anything else you can do. And so you see a country in a different way, you will always get what you're looking for. Do you know what I mean? You will find something that you're not even aware of, but it's something, like I know with Steph, it was all about the dogs in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, because she's a vet.
Because she's a vet,
Yeah.
which is something I never thought of.
Yeah.
And, John, coming from the Lindemann family,
Yeah.
he had some totally wacky kind of, not wacky, but different ways of perceiving things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you see it through other people's eyes, but then what hits you in the face, in my case, it was finding out that the Irish, the Catholic Irish, who'd been oppressed for hundreds of years, could straight away look at the Gaza situation and go, poor Palestinians.
Yeah.
The rest of the world's going, come on, bloody...
But it's escalated now. I've seen on the news, I don't know, I saw it somewhere, probably fake social media, so it's probably not real. But that has actually now started to cause problems because so the Northern Irish now are kicking up. So Belfast is where so that was he Nigerian or Somalian or something tried to cut a guy's head off with a machete in the street, and so the Northern Irish are kicking off about the immigration and that uncontrolled immigration. No, I'm not getting political here. It's just what I read.
Yeah, it is.
But the Irish, the IRA Irish, not the Northern Irish, are standing up for the immigrants, and so that's actually causing
another division.
It's getting pretty bad because the Northern Irish, there's the extremists are going around sort of causing problems for the illegal immigrants or whatever they are. I don't know, but
they're not illegal, and there's only about 5% of them.
Are now going out and defending them, so that it's causing a rift in their own country, which is happening here as well.
It is.
I think. We're a bit more subtle about it, I think.
Oh, look, it's a problem all over the world. The
Western world, yeah.
How do you deal with this? I mean, what happened? Okay, let's just look at what happened. Okay, this is a very simple version from a very simple guy, but it seems to me that mobile phones, and social media, videos, YouTube, everything that you spend 5 hours a day looking at your phone on, they are doing that all over the world, There are phone towers in places where there's nothing else, including here in Australia. And so everyone has access to this. Now, if you're sitting outside your kraal somewhere in Africa, and last year you made like $1.20 all year, and you're looking at people in Australia or Ireland or anywhere in the West who are driving around in Mustangs and, they only work 8 hours a day, and they don't do much at all, and they live in houses and they got this and that and the other. Of course you're going to go, hey, come on, let's go there. And that's what's been going on.
So,
they're economic refugees, aren't they? And there's hundreds of thousands of people who just want a better life. You can't blame them.
Let's cut to the real problem here.
What's the real problem?
Cut all the bullshit out. People aren't riding motorbikes enough anymore. If we put all of them on motorbikes and went out on a ride together, we wouldn't have any of these problems.
Oh, mate, I'm so much in agreement with that.
Motorbikes are the solution.
Do you know what I reckon the solution is? I think everyone in Parliament in Australia should do a lap of Australia on a motorbike every year. And if they can't do it physically, they shouldn't be there. That's the first thing, because they're too old and they're too stupid.
Bring back the MRA or whatever it is.
Plus, they get to feel the country in their face. So they're going to come back and go, you know what? It is drought-stricken out there. And it is this and it is that. Yeah. It's not just what you see in a plane when you fly over it and land in Canberra. That's what Nevermind offers, the world view through a motorcycle helmet.
I think it would. I genuinely, I say that in jest, that motorbikes are the answer to a lot of our problems. But I genuinely.
No, they are.
There's a fuel crisis recently.
Yeah.
So the government spends $30 million or whatever on an advertising campaign, take your roof racks off, and
take your roof racks off.
Why don't we spend $30 million on giving free motorbike licensing for kids so they can all get their motorbike license instead of having to spend $600, and then that solves that would solve more of the fuel crisis.
Yeah.
And that doesn't damage our roads. It's good for their mental health. There's no parking issues. What a solution,
I know, it just sharpens everyone up.
For motorbikes.
Yeah. Hey, someone said the other day, what do you never see? You never see motorbikes parked outside of psychiatrist clinics.
No.
No. Mental health is not an issue if you ride a motorbike. If you ride it, not talk about it, ride it. Yes, I think it would solve just about everything. Let's do it. Let's start a movement.
Anthony, if you're watching, or Pauline, if you get in, I think we should give every Australian biker one free Nevermind tour a year. Oh, maybe years, every year, a year. And government subsidised. And on that note, we've been at it a while.
We've been at it a while.
That's me getting political.
All right, so remember, next election, vote one, Nevermind.
Yes.
Never
So
mind.
you'll get free licensing,
Free
free
licensing,
rego,
free rego,
no tax on a motorcycle purchase.
park wherever you want,
Oh,
anywhere,
parking doesn't
anytime.
matter. And free insurance and medical and everything and all that for bikers. And
Yeah.
one free international motorcycle tour every
And
year
don't forget,
with Nevermind.
and just
Only with Nevermind.
only with Nevermind, and do not forget, you know, there's several classes of people in life, there always has been. And at the top, you've always had the knights, okay? And guess who the modern knights are? The people who ride motorbikes. And guess who the sheep are? The people who are in the cars. So you can be one of us, be a God amongst men, you know? Am I getting carried
No,
away
I
here?
love it. Keep going.
Okay. You can
Keep
be
going.
one of us.
Turn it up.
You can be a warrior of the old school, a person who is way beyond traffic jams, which is kind of what I did today, to be honest. Come down the side
I
that
have
quick,
no
it wasn't
doubt.
funny.
I have no doubt.
Or you can be one of the sheep. So get with the strength, get with Nevermind.
So vote one.
Nevermind.
Nevermind.
Vote one, Nevermind.
And, if you want the Nevermind motorcycle party to you know, give its preferences one way or the other,
Yeah,
or perhaps even take over,
Take over.
share and like the video or whatever. You know what to do. Subscribe. I don't care. Do a trip.
Motorcycles,
Come and visit us in
Nevermind.
Brunswick Head. So thanks for listening, everyone. Remember Poland. John's 99% there, I think.
Oh,
I've
I'm
almost got
coming,
probably
I'm coming,
100%.
I'm going to Poland. What do we say in Poland? Not Bros.
Nastravia.
Nastravia. Nastravia.
is cheers. They have a beautiful beer over there called Zwijak. If you wanted to find out more about this, you have to book the Poland trip. It's September 14 to 29th this year. Awesome flights at the moment. I just booked mine with Qatar Airways.
Oh, my
$2.5
birthday, smack bang in the middle.
How good's that?
See you there.
All right.
The Brostja.
Nastravia.
Nastravia.